So today we are going to interact with Divyanka Tripathi. We love her smiling face, the way she connects with her fans, and plus her acting skills have always, want to see her again and again. So today I'm going to interact with her and find out what's going in her life, and yes, we want to catch up her with some Telugu news. So we want that she should come back and do some Telugu stuff for us also. Let me first welcome you for our show and thank you so much joining us.
Thank you so much, Neha. You know how I'm really excited today because this is my debut with any Andhra news channel ever. I'm so happy. Like when they asked me that whether can I give an interview for this one, I said a yes in a jiffy. Because in fact I'm traveling today. Like just in next half an hour I'll be setting off. But I just couldn't say no to it. How excited I am, Neha.
You don't know, you have a huge fan following in Hyderabad, in South industry. Are you aware of that?
No, you are telling me. I'm not aware, honestly.
They love you for that your Hindi serial, Ye Mohabbatein. They remember your face, everything. Maybe the language is also not the bar, but once your name and face come, they connect.
Oh, lovely. You know, I was wondering that why my interview, why would anybody from Telugu industry will want that? But then I was told that actually my show is being dubbed in other languages and is being shown there. So yeah, I'm happy.
And they know you.
Happy
so
that
no
I'm
need
finally
to worry.
reaching south of India.
They want to know more about you. So
ask me.
But just wanted to know, start with, is it always this kind of personality as you carry from your childhood? You know, you're always like this cool, calm, smiling all the time.
You know, people say that me and my sister, we resemble a lot, though we never find a resemblance ever. But people say so. So, you know, there was a time when my sister was going to some place in her kinetic, and my school bus was passing by. And those maybe they must have been my classmates or my juniors, whoever, and they said, "Oh, look at her! She has exactly same smile like Divyanka." And my sister was like, "Huh?" Because I was nobody back then. People couldn't have really known, but my smile has always been. It has been a trademark smile. I have always been like this, so. Like back then, people used to recognize me and my sister. Oh, this particular smile. So yeah, it's been there since forever.
So, but when you know the tough time comes, you know exams aana, तब भी smiling ही रहता था, bindas type, or you become serious? Are you a serious kind of a personality in real life?
Absolutely, I am. In fact, I'm quite an introvert. Very less people will know that. It's tough for me to strike conversations. In fact, unless I'm asked questions, I generally search for words.
Okay.
So, but yes, when it comes to camera, then I'm not really shy. Something changes in me chemically in front of camera. And as far as my other emotions are concerned, other than smiling, so yes, I do get stressed out, and I do get angry at times when things do not go perfectly or as professionally as required. That's something that irks me the most. But then I just vent out my anger, just express immediately in the best possible manner. And then I come back to my normal self and I keep smiling again.
But you love making list of things. Okay, मुझे ये बनना था, बचपन में रहता है ना, we always, you have made that list in your life?
Never. Though I definitely wanted to be an army officer.
Wow.
That was in my list. And in fact, I was training for it. I was an NCC cadet, and I was a very good rifle shooter. I was wonderful with my march past and commands, etc. First aid and all. I've learned all of that. But somehow things just change in your life, and life goes on its own course. And if you keep flowing, you end up somewhere else totally different from what you have imagined, and that's what happened with me.
I
uh,
think this experience have actually खतरों के खिलाड़ी पे it must have helped you being an army officer and you
Quite
become a
shocking
winner.
for people.
Huh?
Yes, you're right. You're right, Neha. It was
Yes.
quite shocking for people how I dealt with situations in Khatro Ke Khiladi, because I was just being myself. But people have never seen me like that. My audience, they always thought that I'm a very shy and coy person. But that time, not really. Like when it comes to
Action,
adventure
adventure,
and
yes.
sports,
I think that image is totally changed after you join this Khatron Ke Khiladi and you become a winner.
yes, it did change totally, and I'm glad this happened because I wanted people to know my real self. And unfortunately, when we do all these daily series, this doesn't happen. We, I mean, I always get such characters which are very homely, or maybe I'm a housewife, or housewife and working outside, but it's always surrounded with family family related uh, scenes. So being seen as a as an adventurous person, as somebody who can do more than uh, more than being just a housewife, it was a very pleasant change for me as well.
You remember that a day when you have hit somebody स्कूल कॉलेज में लड़कों को मार मुर के आ गया और कंप्लेंट आ रही है अरे दिव्या इससे बच के रहो that kind of incidents has happened and you must be sharing with your family members or you know there are so many girls who got inspired but you must be sharing these all with your on the sets ऐसा हुआ है कभी
You suddenly shocked me with this statement. I was like, how does she know that I did that?
because the kind of army officer you were doing and very you know you are a role model for women empowerment.
So somebody actually did touch me inappropriately when I was standing in a queue to buy a movie ticket. I was with my family, but then usually, you know, in that era, like 15, 16 years back, or maybe 20 years back, the box house or the ticket counters used to get really crowded,
Yes.
and we all had to queue up like for hours and hours, and you had to buy ticket in black. So I was the one who was sent to buy tickets generally, and there was this there was one such a time when I was in the queue and somebody did this inappropriate act, and I caught hold of him.
Whoa.
And he kind of, you know, he tried to pull himself back, and I kept going behind him, holding his hand tightly. And the moment I got a clear patch where nobody was there, I started beating him up and beating him up.
Wow. I loved you for this. I think every girl should be like this. I will teach my
Oh my
daughter
God.
also same thing. ऐसा मार के आना. So how your parents react when they come to know अरे यार बेटा तू तो मार मिर के आ जाती है या they used to share these things with you when they came to know अरे यार ये तो मार मुर के आ गई.
So you know, जब मम्मी पापा लोग आसपास ही थे, and they suddenly they wondered कि दिव्यांका गायब कहाँ हो गई, and then they noticed me beating up somebody, and वहाँ मम्मा परेशान कि oh my God, what's happening? And my dad, he was standing there in pride, मेरी बेटी.
Wow. So I think it's your family who always made you this much strong. Like you were never scared of the bad situations coming in your way, right?
No, they used to put me in bad situations. And they used to say, deal with it. You should learn how to deal with such situations. You should never, ever back out. You should never say no, because if you can't do it, then who?
I know.
You have to give it a try, and there's no escape route, actually.
But how you got your first break? Like how you like just get into this industry, glamorous industry? It was never in your plate, like you never wanted to be, but how it just happened?
So, there was a reality show called Z Cinestars की खोज. In fact, उसके भी पहले बहुत लंबा है रास्ता. I've got so many instances. Basically, this industry kept pulling me in. So I started with Doordarshan telefilms, जहाँ पे I was just cast by there was an uncle, very close to our family, and he felt that, oh, Divyanka should be acting. So for the first time, he got me to do a character in a telefilm of his. That was a short one. That was my first exposure to media ever. Then, 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 okay, here's something interesting I should tell you. I've been to Hyderabad, Ramoji Film City, and I worked in ETV for some time.
Okay.
And that was because my sister was an anchor, a news anchor in ETV MP.
Okay.
And that telecast used to happen from Ramoji Film City.
Yes.
So through her, basically a friend of hers required an anchor for ETV Bihar. And for that, they called me. And I traveled all the way to Hyderabad and stayed in Ramoji Film City and anchored a few episodes. And I don't know what I was doing there. I mean, I really didn't know how to anchor. I was a child. Like I was in 7th or 8th standard back then. Yeah, but I did enjoy it a lot. And that was my first, again, one of my primary exposures to media. Then came in a few reality shows. I participated in them. And I was doing all of this just for fun. I had no ambition of coming to Mumbai and working here. But I think the universe
destiny.
It was just pulling me in this direction.
So
I never said no.
And what about Ye Hai Mohabbatein? How it comes when the script was, narrated to you? Somewhere in your mind, something going on. अरे यार मतलब मेरी पर्सनालिटी से विल इट मैच आई एम लाइक बिंदास टाइप ऑफ अ गर्ल एंड थोड़ा एक्शन ओरिएंटेड कितनों के खिलाड़ी तो इट ऑलवेज लाइक वी लव सीइंग यू बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू ये है मोहब्बतें
Okay, I'll show you something. Custody.
Okay.
By Manju Kapoor ji. So I was told that Ye Hai Mohabbatein is loosely based on custody. And to understand the character the best, I thought of reading the novel, and it was beautiful. I was in tears towards the end of it, and after reading it, I just knew that I had to do it. If I would say no, it will just haunt me later. So I did say yes, though they did change the character a lot later on. In Custody, this girl was already married, but in Ye Hai Mohabbatein, they have shown her to be a single girl before she got married to Raman Bhalla. So that's how I said yes to it. Success of this show was never in my mind. Like that was not a priority. I never imagined that it will get such amazing numbers and the audiences will love it so much, because it was an 11 o'clock slot for Star Plus. Where it started airing for the first time. And at 11, we always thought that people will just go off to sleep and they wouldn't really take out time to watch our show. And especially it was winters. It was in December when we started. So that's how, that's why we were thinking that it might not do so well. But it was doing wonders within one month.
Yes.
And we were quite shocked and surprised. And in fact, it was heartwarming when I used to go for any award show, and other celebrities used to walk up to me and they said, "Oh, we love you as Ishita. You're doing it so well." I think that was the best award that I could have got when other actors gave me these compliments.
And what about like South industry? Have you got appreciation from the South industry? Have you tried ever getting connected with them? Have you end up watching any of the Telugu movies in your time? Or aajkal to there is a trend happening, Telugu se Hindi, that language is not a barrier. So have sometimes you have loved watching that kind of movies, or are you aware about the industry?
I am in fact, yes, of course I'm aware about the industry, and Mahesh Babu.
Yes.
I've seen Mr. Mahesh Babu's work a bit, but then I would really like to work in Telugu industry. Not only Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam.
Oh my God. Well,
the list is long, but I really wish that I get an opportunity to work with them, because I feel there's so much talent in people from the southern parts of India. The kind of creativity I see in these films, in Telugu, Tamil, and Malayali films, that's something amiss in Bollywood currently. And basically, Bollywood is all commercial, and I actually I like meaningful films, and I like commercial के साथ style के साथ storyline बहुत ही अलग हटकी होती हैं साउथ में. And I hope and wish and desire that someday I do get an offer. मैं जब शुरू में आई थी तब लोग कहते थे दिव्यांका, you are just a South face, you should be working in South films.
Yes, they're right.
But I was always busy with various TV shows that I was doing, and now it's not too late.
Yeah. So your now priority has somewhere changed, that yes, now it's a time to move on for the movies part. Give some time for that and you open for it.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I'm taking lesser TV shows now, and I am open to good web series, Bollywood films, and South cinema. I'm open to all of it because, as an actor also at times, stagnance comes in. And especially if you keep working in a particular medium, like television, the content is always similar. And I've done it all. I've tasted it all.
I know.
And I think I want more experiences. I want more challenges. And I'm actually craving for it now. Can you see it on my face?
It will happen. I can see.
कुछ नया. I'm as excited as a child. तो अब देखते हैं कहाँ से क्या interesting storyline सुनाई में आती है. I'm actually reading scripts, hearing stories. And there's a lot of work that I've said no to also. Just because it was just like what I've done before. All of those storylines were like that.
So things is a big list. You have any role model in your life, or a dialogues? एक रहता है ना लाइफ में कि यार ये तो मेरा डायलॉग है, ये तो मैं ही बोल सकती हूँ और कोई नहीं बोल सकता. Is something you have in your always in your pocket you carry?
Not a dialogue as such. I have been a fan of Madhu Balaji.
Oh wow!
She was a fabulous actress, especially in that era when overacting was kind of normal. Right? But her expressions were always so perfect, and within a frame, within if she was a part of a song, एक छोटे से sentence में उनके 10 variations हो जाते थे expressions के, and they were so flawlessly done. Her expressions used to flow like river.
I know.
Beautifully.
So one dialogue or something you would like to show us? Something. No, keep in front of the mirror you used to do, and you love doing that to relax your mind. कभी हो जाता है ना, you get relaxed doing your favorite thing.
No, honestly, I don't rehearse others' dialogues. I am generally so engrossed in my own work. I keep giving myself challenges. मैं और इनफैक्ट मेरे हस्बैंड भी विवेक, हम दोनों कुछ ना कुछ क्लासेस अटेंड करते रहते हैं ऑनलाइन. कभी कभी मास्टर क्लास अटेंड करते हैं, कभी हम होम टीचर को बुला के कुछ ना कुछ सीखते हैं. So yes, we challenge ourselves. Like currently, I'm rehearsing the lines from a play. It's a Hindi play called आधे अधूरे. So मैं उसके dialogues याद कर रही हूँ फिलहाल. So but then they are not like एक चुटकी सिंदूर की क्या जानो.
But we always love you the way you're carrying like your marriage, the professional life. We always love you as a lovebirds. So can you give some tips to all married people or married women there, how to you're balancing both the things and couple goals of your life?
It's tough, because every person is different and the way they connect with each other, like all equations are completely differently built. For us, लड़ाइयाँ होती हैं. We do fight. And at times you wonder, लोग कितनी तारीफ करते, देखो हम कैसे लड़ रहे हैं. We do fight, but then you know what? It creates a hollow in our heart.
Yes.
The moment we fight, and after we come back together, we realize that it was all for nothing. In fact, most of the times, this is something for all the couples. I would like them to remember this. ज्यादातर लड़ाइयाँ बहुत ही छोटे से
I
राई
know.
जैसे इशू से स्टेम अप होते हैं, बहुत ही छोटे. लाइक अगर आप बाद में रिफ्लेक्ट करोगे, feel you'll feel ashamed of yourselves.
I know.
That why did you even raise this issue?
I know.
It's बहुत ही negligible चीजों के लिए हम लड़ाई करते हैं. And hence, it's important to talk it out
Yes.
and clear the air, and never ever ever just keep being angry. किसी एक को तो थोड़ा सा झुकना पड़ेगा.
कौन झुकता है
एक
फिर?
विवेक भी बहुत झुकते हैं, मैं भी कभी कभी झुकती हूँ.
Chalo, that's good. That's being so honest. Divyanka, it was not a easy journey like for you, to get in the industry. You worked really hard. You always being a role model for all the women who want to be in the industry. Can you share some of your struggle, how tough it was, to come up as a strong woman and getting into, now you are in a big heights, like, you are reaching the heights. Like what message you will give? And just some of your experiences if you can share. It was not, people always say, it is very easy to go, people get attracted, or yeah, it's very easy to be seen in a big screen or, going to the glamorous field. But a lot of struggle is there, right?
See, I warn you, when I'll speak from my heart, it will go all Hinglish. That's okay for you, Hindi and English?
Arey yaar. You whatever you say,
think-
we want to see you speaking. Language is never a barrier when you smile and when you talk, because when you started the interview, I can connect with you, like the way you're talking by heart only. Nothing is like being seen, she's talking out of the way.
Thank you. The thing is that I am from Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal, a completely Hindi-speaking state. So I actually think in Hindi. My emotions flow in Hindi.
Wow.
So, yeah, तो अब इतनी deep बात पूछ ली ना आपने कि coming out strong as a woman in this industry.
Yes, you are.
Difficult or easy it was. So yeah, emotions तो flow करेंगे.
Obviously, और करने भी चाहिए. It's very good to come and somewhere people get connected. एक awareness हो जाती है. So I just first want to know कि how you like come up and faces the challenges. If you can, some of the things you can share.
So to begin with, the first challenge was for my family. I'll start it again. So I was saying that to begin with, the primary challenge was for my family to let me come down to Mumbai and struggle and stay alone, because ज़्यादातर जो मुंबई की कहानियां सुनी जाती है कि सेफ नहीं है, या लड़कियां या फीमेल एक्ट्रेसेस के साथ, हम जो आज मी टू स्टोरीज बाहर आ रही हैं, उसके बारे में हश हश खबरें तब बाहर आती थी. So my parents were wary of it. But the first time I was approached for a show and my father was like, no, I'm not sending my daughter to that unknown territory. My mother was very supportive, and she just told my dad that you trust your daughter and you know how brave and strong she is. So just take her there for maybe a leisure trip. And if you don't find that people are good enough, bring her back. Kya ja raha hai? And that's what my dad did. And when he actually took that leap of faith and he visited Mumbai, he realized that people are really good. All depends on our conduct, how we behave. कई बार हम दूसरों को ब्लेम करते हैं या ये सोच सकते हैं कि जमाना खराब है, लेकिन जमाना तो हर जगह है. आप धरती के किसी भी कोने पे चले जाइए, आप इंडिया में हो या कहीं बाहर भी हो, आपको ग्रे पीपल हर जगह मिलेंगे, जो अच्छे भी हैं, बुरे भी हैं. काफी कुछ हम पे भी निर्भर करता है कि हम अपने आप को कैसे कंडक्ट करते हैं उनके सामने, हम कितने प्रोफेशनली बिहेव करते हैं. And thankfully I knew my boundaries, I knew how I have to behave, and what my dad observed was that all I was getting was a lot of respect and love from people around, and that's what gave him a lot of faith. And that's how I started my journey in Mumbai. Thankfully, he came here, got me settled in like 5-6 days, and left me. Then he went back to his work, and then started the actual journey. जब आपको चोट भी लगी है या आपकी तबीयत भी खराब होती है, कुछ भी होता है, you have to deal with it on your own. I mean, I did, because I always knew that if I tell my parents every little thing, कि आज बुखार आ गया या आज पैर में चोट लग गई है एक्शन सीक्वेंस करते हुए etc, they'll get really hyper.
I know.
So I would manage my chota problems, and yes, of course, but एक बात थी कि I always stayed in connect with my family. I shared, बहुत drastic कोई ऐसे detail ना हो जो उन्हें हिला दे. अगर ऐसा कुछ नहीं, तो I would share everything with them and I would take their advice. And it's very important to stay connected with your family, and I would advise all the families also to have faith and trust in their daughters, because the more you trust your child, maybe a daughter or a son, the moment you trust your child, उसमें एक automatic sense of responsibility आती है. आपके बच्चे को पता लगता है कि since my parents, they trust me so much, I can't break this trust. It's an automatic process. So it's important not to be overprotective, and the worst of situations, like मेरा शूटिंग करते हुए मुझे स्लिप डिस्क हो गया था पहले शो में 2008 में, एंड खुद की क्योंकि एक्शन सीक्वेंसेस करती थी, या फिर I got injured by a knife, and the shooting conditions were very tough. बुखार आ रहा है 103 का, still we had to shoot for the telecast. So ऐसे multiple problems होते थे. कभी हम लोग 20 hours shoot करें, कभी 24 hours. But you know what I've realized, that all these adversities have only made me a better person, have only made me strong. Yes, at that time it used to feel like, it used to feel like कि कोई काश मेरे ऊपर एक किताब ही लिख दे. इतनी इंटरेस्टिंग चीजें हो रही हैं आसपास. It never felt normal. It always felt like, why has God chosen me for all the bad times, all the bad things? But आज I really thank God for all the bad times He made me go through, because now I know that He wanted me to be a very strong girl. And that is something I am today.
You know, after Kangna, I don't know, I see you. The kind you come and, you know, support girls, talk in their favor. Like she openly talk, and the way recently I saw one of your interview where you shared openly, very in a different way, like, you know, where you get, oh yes, we need to be very particular when we are working. I think it's all your stand, what you say. It's a woman's stand always. What do you say about that?
I always for women so much that at times my husband does get scared of me.
Okay.
कुछ ज़्यादा ही feminist हो रही है.
No, but we have to take a stand, you know, being a woman, whichever industry you are. So I have seen your interviews where you take a strong stand. What you say, you freely talk about that, right?
What happens is, generally women, just because the kind of circumstances they have lived in, the kind of environment they have been brought up in, they
scaredness,
get used to adjusting. They in fact don't even know कि
how to address the
issue. उनके साथ कुछ गलत भी हो रहा होता है ना, तो उनको पता भी नहीं होता कि गलत है that. Because you don't really know the difference between right and wrong. So you can't address the problem that you're facing. So it's important that people like me who can reach people,
yes,
we do speak about such issues, because अगर हम नहीं बात करेंगे तो कौन करेगा?
Exactly. Exactly.
We do represent normal people. I do come from a middle class family. मैं कम में भी रही हूँ, ज्यादा में भी रही हूँ, ज्यादा होके जब सब खत्म हो गया उसमें भी रही हूँ, बहुत सारा स्ट्रगल देखा है, फेम के बाद खत्म होने के बाद फिर से स्ट्रगल देखा है. So there have been many layers to my journey, and if I just get cocooned and keep my experiences to myself, it will be quite a loss.
Yes. Do you think that Me Too, this campaign should go, always go? ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए आके चला जाए. What do you say? It should keep going, right? जैसे women
So,
safety we talk about women education that started Me Too, वो आता है फिर चला जाता है. Don't you think it should be continued? Everyone should come and share their stories.
So Me Too जो है इसके दो फैसेट्स हैं. एक तो जो कि बहुत अच्छा हुआ कि लड़कियों ने आवाज उठाई एंड जो उनके साथ गलत हो रहा था उसके बारे में उन्होंने बात की है. बहुत ही अच्छा हुआ बिकॉज नाउ people actually do get scared.
Yes.
Making an indecent approach.
Yes.
And that's so refreshing.
Yes.
Refreshing. Pehle to they used to talk about it unabashed, and the way they used to propose this kind of concept कि ऐसा तो करना होता ही है सबको. They would even do name dropping. That this actress did this, did this, that actress did that. Why would you even do this? And then you make an actor feel like if she doesn't go through this kind of process, she'll never get work. Thankfully, I always knew that I have a fallback option. I can always go back to my family. And कुछ नहीं हुआ तो एनसीसी में मैंने बहुत गड्ढे खोदे हैं.
This is a wonderful line you're speaking.
पैसा कमा लूंगी 10-10 रुपए रोज का.
This is the wonderful thought what you shared. Very wonderful thought. One should have this.
हाँ मतलब मुझे भले ही प्रोफेशनली क्वालिफिकेशन में ऐसा नहीं है कि मैंने पढ़ा है ज्योग्राफी साइकोलॉजी टाइप बट मैंने कुछ मास्टर कोर्स नहीं किया है. बट आई ऑलवेज न्यू दैट I can work as a receptionist somewhere.
Wow.
But there is a certain line which I don't want to cross. And anyway, coming back to Me Too, so बहुत अच्छा हुआ. लोग डरने लगे हैं लेकिन कुछ लोगों ने इसका फायदा भी उठाया है. कहीं ना कहीं प्रॉब्लम ये हो जाती है सिंस एवरीबडी इज ग्रे. जहां हम ऐसी लड़कियों की बात कर रहे हैं जिनके साथ गलत हुआ है वहीं जरूरी नहीं कि सभी लड़कियां सही हो. जरूरी नहीं कि सभी सच ही बोल रही हो. प्रॉब्लम तब होती है जब कोई झूठ बोले और झूठा इल्जाम लगा दे किसी लड़की पे. तो क्या होता है कि बाकियों से भी भरोसा उठ जाता है.
That's true.
So I really hope that nobody does this. इस Me Too movement के साथ कोई खिलवाड़ ना करे.
क्योंकि true story should get connected.
हाँ नहीं तो वो एक कहानी थी ना शेर आया वाली.
हाँ exactly जिस दिन सच्ची में शेर आया.
हाँ कोई भरोसा ही नहीं करेगा.
That is a good message.
And by the way, Me Too अभी तक सिर्फ women centric था. I have a feeling that ये men centric भी होना चाहिए.
But nobody has come forwarded. I think it has to be. You're right.
Unfortunately, but I really feel and hope that someday a man also comes forward and does tell his tales of being taken advantage of, because this does happen.
True.
It does happen.
True. I don't want to end up. You also have to travel, so I have to keep all this in your mind. It was wonderful talking to Divyanka. I don't know. I don't feel like disconnecting with you, but the time is less. So I just want to say thanks to you, and I wanted that you very soon should be seen in Hyderabad doing some Telugu stuff. And first call I should get. I'll come on the location and congratulate you.
Of course, please call me.
Yes, I will do that.
We should do something together.
Yes.
I would love to visit Hyderabad again. I remember I have a very vague memory of having Sita Phal shake from some juice place. And yes, I would love to come there.
And your brother is also here, as you mentioned. So I think you should visit.
Yes, he's staying in Hyderabad, and he'll be very happy that his Didi gave an interview for Hyderabad-based media group.
So I think the message already been spread that you are ready for the Telugu script. So I think very soon that approach has to come, and next news will come up with this only.
Guys, umra nikli ja rahi hai, kya kar rahe ho?
We'll highlight that. Divyanka's next upcoming Telugu movie.
Let's do it.
Chalo, thank you so much, Divyanka, talking to us. It was wonderful talking to you.
Same here, Neha. It was lovely talking to you today.
Thank you. This was a wonderful conversation, interaction, and beautiful interview with Divyanka Tripathi. Keep watching ABN Andhra Jyoti.